So where are we?
We're at the DSEI exhibition at the Excel Centre in London. So we're just moving into the Make UK Defence area, which is where we are. Good morning, everybody. Morning. Morning. Thank you, James. So this is our stand. Buzzing this morning.
I think we've got the trains right, haven't we? Now?
We've got the trains right, and I think we've got the coffee drinks right.
I'm a flat white convert.
Last time we did this vlog, we talked a little bit about moving to Wales, where Winslow was. And I know we were at Rasa Industrial Estate.
Yeah, that's right. Rasa.
Yeah, Rasa.
No, not Rasa. Rasa. Rasa Industrial Estate in Vale.
Can you tell me a bit more about that? Because I don't really know much about that period of history.
Okay, so we moved there in '82, and we moved to manufacture, which we touched on in the last vlog. So we moved into 5,000 square feet initially, and by the time we left Vale in 1993, we were in 20,000 square feet. We had I think 12 moulding machines. We were working 24/7. We had a automated assembly machine for dip connectors, and it was a busy business.
Right. But one day you had a couple of extra recruits.
I mean, I never saw this, so it's anecdotal, and but because we had night shifts, we would end up with, if they didn't shut the door properly, if they'd been outside to reception, then the sheep would come in.
Right.
So there is a story of, I think probably my dad or somebody arriving early in the morning, going through the door, and there's a couple of sheep in there. Because to get to the offices, the offices were on a mezzanine above the factory floor. So you go into the reception, and then to get up to the offices, you go upstairs. So they weren't actually sitting at anybody's desk.
The sheep. I've got a little surprise for you this morning.
So I love surprises.
So this is the first of our guest appearances on this vlog show. This is a guy we met a couple of days ago on the Defence Wales stand. So there's a bit of history there. I'm not going to say anything to you now because I'd love you to meet Dene in a couple of minutes' time.
So is this my surprise? So who am I talking to? This is Dene.
Hi, yes.
I'm
Dene from Tallis. A ex-resident of Teri-Ann, actually.
Teri-Ann?
Now living in Vale.
Right,
yes.
Vale. So that's the connection.
Yes.
Right, okay.
So absolutely great to meet you guys at DSEI. Came all the way to London, actually, to meet a company 5 miles down the road from us. I have a long history of remembering you guys when I was a little bit younger, in my early career. And I remember Winslow actually at the Rasa Industrial Estate.
Seriously?
Absolutely. So when you had a manufacturing facility on the Rasa Industrial Estate.
Yeah, we did.
I worked for a company there as a young apprentice, not many years ago, I would say.
No,
it was only
a
few years.
Yeah,
yes. And actually, I also remember I have family members who worked at Winslow.
No way! That is so cool.
Yeah, so my.
Oh, we come all this way.
All this way to meet you guys, unreal, isn't it?
So who worked at Winslow?
So at Winslow, my mother-in-law, who's 80 years young now, actually worked in the production department in Winslow. And she worked there around 1987. And not only did my mother-in-law work there, I also managed to find out that my wife actually done 2 night shifts in Winslow And it was at the time when she would cover for her mother who was ill 2 evenings, and my wife turned up to work and done 2 shifts.
So did Winslow, the management, know that, or was it
I have no idea.
Absolutely fantastic.
So my link with you guys, it's amazing, isn't
way
it?
Back.
It's amazing we have that link.
That's
and
astonishing.
we've come all this way to
So
find
you worked in the company opposite. What was that company?
so I worked in a company opposite, which was called Design Environmental. We was the other end of the estate.
And what did they do?
We manufacture test equipment from there. So I spent a very happy apprenticeship there. And actually one evening, my background's engineering, so it was engineering. And when you think back, they were good old days. You spent time in college, you was free, you was having fun, which was great. And one evening I had a call from somebody at Winslow. I can't quite remember the backstory, but one of the machines, the pneumatic machines, was not operating as it should have been. Might have been a mother-in-law, might have been one of the production managers. And I rocked up in my Vauxhall Cavalier with a few tools in the back. And I remember it was a fractured pneumatic pipeline, that's all. Managed to locate it, put a new pipe in, and off I went.
Wow.
And production up and running. Saved the day.
I love this. So you went from working in a test equipment company, and then what did you where did you find yourself?
There was 30 years. There was 30 years there.
30 years?
30 years there, yeah, some background's engineering. I then started with Thales, so been with Thales now. So my transition's been from engineering into cybersecurity, but cybersecurity with a engineering bias, because we specialize in operational technology, control system, cybersecurity. So how do we secure the industry of today?
Yes.
CNI, critical national infrastructure, water, gas, electricity supplies. So in time of cyber conflict, how do we ensure that those wanting to cause us harm can't disrupt our critical national infrastructure that we need for daily life? So yeah, we're really busy in that area at the moment,
so relevant,
as you can imagine.
So going back to your mother-in-law, they must remember my brother from 1987.
Yes. So as I was doing some background checking on this and some fact checking with the mother-in-law,
she must have loved it.
She absolutely remembers John Winslow. I'm sure if you look back in the archives there, you will see in the payroll Gillian Parry, who's my mother-in-law. Now my wife's cousin was also working there as well, so another family member. There you go. And Deb Stevens. Now she was then the production manager, I believe, up there.
Okay.
But yeah, so three family members.
Well, I'm going to fact check this with John Winslow when I get back to the office. That is so brilliant. John mentioned to me that he'd met somebody, but he didn't tell me it was you, and he didn't give any of the game away. But he did say that you have a bit of a hero in the industry. Who's that?
We have a bit of a hero.
You have a hero in the industry.
I have a hero. I absolutely do. Engineering hero.
And you worked,
yes.
I think. There.
Yes. The first question I asked John Dyson was if he was a relative or knew James.
Oh.
So absolutely, Mr. James Dyson is my engineering idol. He is absolutely a legend.
We find out if John is related.
Let's do.
Should we ask
Please
him?
do.
So Dean, yeah, you were just talking with Teri-Ann about your hero James Dyson.
Absolutely.
And I'm afraid to tell you that there is no, much though I wish there was, but there is no actual connection between myself and James Dyson. Although I've been to the supermarkets and I bought Dyson Hoovers, can I say that? And do you know what? You get your card out and it's, not again. You were telling me yesterday that you saw, when you were working there, that you saw a cardboard model of the very first.
Yeah, absolutely. So I had the pleasure of working at the Dyson site in Malmesbury for some time. A really impressive site, Sir James Dyson, absolute hero of mine. But to see how he's developed his products from an engineering perspective, and he's a real engineering geek, which is fantastic. I love that. And as you enter reception, is really interesting in the Malmesbury site. They have the actual development of the cleaners that he's designed, plus the other products. He designed products well beyond cleaners. But the initial, very first design of the Dyson version of the Hoover at the time is in a glass cabinet at the back, and it is amazing. It's bits of cardboard and sellotape, and took a Hoover and developed the cyclone concept. I just love that. I love that.
Must be worth some money now. That
I would think
if he sells it.
It's locked away in a glass cabinet at the back, and I think the idea is that you can see the development stages, and the fact that he started from at that point just taking a existing design, modifying the design with a bit of cardboard and some sellotape. I love that concept. We're engineering madness, right? We're all crazy as engineers. It's brilliant.
But I think his first design was not actually a vacuum cleaner, was it?
So earlier than the vacuum cleaner, there was the Dyson Barrow, of course, the wheelbarrow. The wheelbarrow, yeah. So the ball wheelbarrow is a really, really interesting concept. I mean, he's had, I think, a lot of designs which have not been successful. And actually, I remember seeing one of his mottos on the wall there in the Malmesbury site, which read, "The person who has not made any mistakes hasn't made anything."
Yeah.
And how true is that? How true is that? Okay. And actually, he's made a lot of mistakes on the way, and that's cool. That's how you learn, isn't it? That's how you develop. But the wheelbarrow was one of the ideas that took off. So
one of the other mistakes, is that fair to say, was the EV, the sort of move into the EV vehicles?
So there was a time when I think if you look at the background to some of the designs, James Dyson had aspirations to move into electric vehicles, and the battery technologies, I think, for Dyson were being well developed. So the cleaners were moving to a rechargeable offering. So instead of a cabled mains power offering, there was so the battery technology development, I think, was there. So it sort of made sense for the EV world. I'm sort of glad, looking as an onlooker, that we're not driving around in Dyson badged vehicles. That's cool.
He could have swept the road as the car went.
No, there's a thought. There's a thought.
Missed an opportunity there.
Dual purpose.
A couple of cyclones in the boot.
Brilliant. But yeah, what an absolute hero. And if you ever have the opportunity to take a chance up to the Malmesbury site there, he's got lots of historic engineering artifacts. Harrier jump jet in the car park. I remember seeing a Mini there.
That's my classic design. The Mini is
brilliant,
amazing.
Before its time, probably.
Absolutely.
Before its time.
Absolutely. So is it all still there in Malmesbury, or has it moved to Singapore?
So the manufacturing moved out. But the design, the development, and the engineering aspects, I believe, are still at the Malmesbury site.
Right. That's kind of like the bit we do best, isn't it?
Absolutely.
You think that is?
Absolutely.
I mean, it's a shame that that's always the case.
Yeah, it is. I think the UK as a whole, I think, is shifting a little bit, away from that mass manufacturing, of course. Maybe into really high quality, low volume manufacturing and good quality engineering.
And that's the essence of Wales, isn't it?
Absolutely.
That's the essence of Wales.
Yes.
Well, Dean, thank you very much for joining us.
No worries.
On this
been a pleasure.
Second edition of our vlog.
Been a pleasure. Thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure to meet you and chat with you.
Thank
this
you.
morning. Thank you so much.